Hey there guys, I know it's been a while since I last updated and I'm sorry about that, but a whole bunch has been going on. I'm still under attack by the Gangstalkers, although that did subside. It kind of picked up again with the aerosolized poisoning yesterday. Today is Thursday, November 14th, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday I went to file a police report for another cause which I'm passionate about, and that is the September 9, 2010 PG&E natural gas explosion in the city of San Bruno that killed CPUC ratepayer advocate Miss Jacqueline Grieg and her 13-year-old daughter Janessa Grieg, as well as 8 other people, I believe, in San Bruno. So that's another issue that I'm passionate about. I haven't been able to devote as much time to it since I've been under this attack by these people. But yesterday I was able to go down to the San Bruno Police Department and file a complaint for murder, basically first-degree murder or intentional homicide based on the explosion. And I spoke to an officer who was in charge of the case. I believe he said that he was a federal officer, but his name was Officer Haggerty, badge number 13. And I spoke to him about the case. He said that it was well underhand, that basically federal prosecutors were involved and they were waiting for a series of hearings and administrative procedures to play out before they considered filing charges. So I can understand that, you know, especially where the feds are involved, they wait to see how everything turns out before they initiate action, because when they do initiate action, they're usually quite sure that, you know, they're going to be successful in whatever charges they bring. So I spoke to him. He's a very nice gentleman, young man, and very intelligent, and seemed to be genuine and really concerned about, you know, what he was doing. He did tell me that he grew up in the city of San Bruno and actually grew up not far from where the explosion happened, which I believe is 1690 Claremont Avenue in San Bruno. That's where Miss Grieg's house was. So I did manage to get that done, and it was kind of a spooky experience because I did notice, you know, certain people looking at me as I rode the BART train down there. BART is a subway system that we have here in the Bay Area in California. I'm sure people know of it by now since Oscar Grant and everything, which always spooks me out riding it. I don't like that aspect, and I've been, you know, harassed in the past by BART police, although that hasn't happened in a long time. But I did notice people who were acting strangely on the train with me as I was headed down there. And I was concerned, you know, that I would be messed with since I was going forward with these charges. Still am, but that's not going to deter me. But I did get down there successfully, and I filed my complaint, which you can view on my blog devoted to Miss Grieg. And it's probably easier just to go through my main blog because the URL for that blog is still very long. I can't afford to buy a cheaper domain, so it's really, really long for that one. But the website that, or the blog that I established for Miss Grieg is Justice for Jacqueline and Janessa Grieg. And you can go through my main blog at http://allstaractivist.com. My main blog is allstaractivist.com, and I did buy that domain from GoDaddy, so it's short, allstaractivist.com. And you can look under passions, the category of passions, and I think that story will be the first one, that blog will be the first one to pop up. I also got in contact with a local reporter out here of Cron 4 News, Miss Waldman, I believe, Janelle Waldman, and I informed her that I'm going to be talking tomorrow, if the public is allowed to make comment, at the CPUC, California Public Utilities Commission, administrative hearing that's going to be held at CPUC headquarters on Van Ness. It's going to be tomorrow morning, Friday, November 15th. Actually, it's going to be November 18th, Monday at 9 a.m. So that's not tomorrow. Sorry about that. But I will be speaking at that event on behalf of Miss Grieg, just to add, a public voice to the conversation of whatever the hearing is going to be about. But it's going to be some sort of hearing where they're determining whether PG&E complied with regulations or not in regards to the explosion. And usually when I've gone to these things, there's not been any members of the public there. I've gone to, other public meetings for the All-Star Hotel when I was fighting them about the conditions of this place. And I was usually the only person of the public there, who wasn't actively involved in some issue. Just there, period. So I believe